All right, well, today I was going to, ride my dirt bike up Kings Canyon. And I know there's one bad washout section where now it could be so washed out that it's hard to get dirt bikes through there. I don't think it's impossible, but I'm like, before I ride my dirt bike up there, which maybe I'll do that tomorrow, because I like riding Kings Canyon. Last week I rode the Ash to Kings Canyon mountain bike trail, so over there in that actually I think it goes across that flat over there. I don't think it drops in the canyon yet. I just don't think pedal assist works on this bike anymore. That's what the problem is. Just crapped out and I haven't gone anywhere, so might have to get a new controller. Yeah, so anyway, we'll let it cool off for a sec. Yeah, it won't even turn on camera or the bike. Yeah, we're just going through all these water sections. Water in the eye, so water and mud. Probably got it on the lens. Let's see here. Should have videotaped that. Going through the water sections. Those are always fun. And then I don't know how much farther we go till the washout. Always wondered where that goes or how far it goes. I wonder if it connects to, who knows. don't know, it's sign down below said no motor vehicles, but I'm thinking that was close to the mountain bike trail. I don't think they'd close this off to motor vehicles because a truck came down and passed me. But you never know. I've heard people coming up here. But anyway, Kings Canyon, yeah, road goes up to the top of Spooner. Used to ride this every week on my dirt bike. This is another road that doesn't change every week, but changes every year. But anyway, we'll turn this back on in a minute. We're probably getting fairly close to the washout. We'll see how that looks, but if a truck came down, maybe they got it opened up to vehicles that can come through now. Yep. So the rock slide area is fixed. No, I didn't videotape it. I'll have to do that on the way down. Oh, he wouldn't have got through here. There was a gentleman in a BMW SUV. He couldn't get past the rock slide area because there's rocks there, but he wouldn't have got through that area right there. So two areas he wouldn't have made it. Yeah, he might have headed on down, but I don't see him over there. He said he was gonna pull forward, but I think he just kept going. But anyway, two areas he wouldn't have got through. The rock slide area. Hey, buddy. Hey. A hawk, a regular hawk, I guess. But the rock slide area right straight in front of me. And you can see this rock, this tree, the tree behind it, and that's where there's a rock slide. And then usually it's washed out in that corner. But somebody fixed that, so you can actually get through that area in a Jeep or a small truck. And then there's a rock in there that we just went through and videoed. But yeah, I'm actually surprised to see a BMW SUV. I was like gonna ask him, did you get all the way through? I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. Well, I'm gonna turn on some tunes, I think. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with my pedal assist. It was acting up at the bottom, and then it works for a while, and then it cuts out. I don't know. So we're up above, you know, Spooner Highway here. You can see it. You can see it down below. You can see it over there. You can actually see Kings Canyon Road over there, off in the distance, straight across. So yeah, hallelujah. Wow, that's deeper than normal. I say normal, years ago. Used to be just a tiny little creek crossing. I'm going slow because I don't want to fling muddy dirt all over me and my lens. Muddy dirt, it's gonna happen anyway. Try to get some of it off here before I take off again. And, you know, same thing, sand always goes in the top of my shoes. Okay. Well, this is usually the camp area I camp at, even with the adventure bike, but can be tricky to get out on the adventure bike if you don't have good tires. And there's some sticks laying on the road right now. I don't think it'd be too bad. You know, I know it's not a mountain bike trail, but still fun to come up Kings Canyon on a mountain bike. But funner yet on a dirt bike. Just cruise along, enjoy the scenery. You know, I spent a lot of time coming up this road and never seeing anybody. Today I've seen 2 vehicles already. No mountain bikes or motorcycles, but vehiclers. But anyway, like I said, always a fun. Haven't been up here maybe 5 years. I haven't been up here. Maybe not that long. Let's say 3 years at least. Nah, probably 4 years at least. 4 years at least. But anyway, a little bit rougher than when I used to do it. Looks like more rocks are sticking out. but still looks fun. Alrighty, another tree area with a little water. Got some water. I think there's another place up here closer to the highway where people do little camp out section, pull off the road. It's not that far off the highway. Yep, the best lines are still in the best place, are still in the same place. Usually on the outside is the best line. Here you go, somebody else. How you doing today?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Yeah, and this is the other area where people camp. See, they even bring their mattresses. That's nice of y'all folk. Bring their box springs and mattresses and Lake Tahoe to leave out in the woods. We surely appreciate y'all. Y'all hillbillies. Surprised you didn't bring a bathtub and a sink with you also. I'm sure you just poop next to a rock. Does a bear poop in the woods? Well, I don't know, but hillbillies sure do. Okay, there you go. There's a pooper basket up there next to a tree. You got a pooper basket? Somebody doing their poops. Well, if there's no motor vehicles, there should be a sign at this other end. Hey, no motor vehicles, man. All right, so Kings Canyon Road. Eleven and a half miles. Wow, didn't see that. Can't see those rocks in the shadows. Hang on to your handlebars. Yeah. Okay, well, you can take ATVs. You're not supposed to take Jeeps. Interesting, that's all I've seen on there today. You can take horses, bicycles, ATVs, which I would assume you can take an ATV, you can do a dirt bike. But no Jeeps. How the world is nowadays. The one thing they tell you not to do, everybody's doing it. Okay, that water back there was deep enough to soak my feet. You know, and my pedals are like 6 inches off the ground, maybe 5 inches, but I'm like, oh, I could pedal across this. No, my feet are soaking wet. And my battery's almost on 1 battery bar, and I've still got 6 miles to go. It's all downhill mostly, but I didn't get 26 miles out of this battery. 20 miles if I'm lucky, or 22, but I usually get 26. But went to the top, just so you know. Kings Canyon, nowadays, I saw a sign, I've already said it, I think, in the video. It said no motor vehicles. Well, it seemed like that would cover every vehicle with a motor, right? Well, no. I went at the top of Spooner there, they have a sign. No motor vehicles. They're talking about cars, Jeeps, 4-wheel motor vehicles. Such as cars, Jeeps, trucks. ATVs are good. Dirt bikes are good. Mountain bikes are good. Walking is good. Horses is good. But you can't have a larger, more motor vehicle. So they're trying to limit the size, and you know why? Because people have been and are getting stuck. Okay, the power button doesn't turn off the bike anymore. That's interesting. So people are getting stuck in that area where the rock slide is, and then they're calling for help to come pull them out, rescue them, you know. And so Forest Service, you know, they're just saying, hey, no more. You can't take trucks, cars, SUVs in there anymore. You can do ATVs. They don't even want UTVs in here. Said ATVs, motorcycles, I'm sure. They don't want people in here that can get stuck at the rock slide. So anyway, just so you know, Because all I've seen today on Kings Canyon Road is motor vehicles. An SUV, a truck, and a Jeep. And the Jeep was parked back there in the grove where all the trees and stuff was. So if somebody comes down, if I would have been on my dirt bike today, I would have been going 20 miles an hour right there, and I would have just run into the back of the Jeep. It's just sitting there. You can't see it until you hit it. I mean, I came around the corner on my mountain bike. You know, I'm only going 10 miles an hour and slammed on my brakes. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a perfect spot to park. You know, and they're just getting stoned, getting high. Look like a Cheech Chong skit, you know, because they probably thought I was a ranger with radio hanging off my vest, helmet and sunglasses. They're probably like, here, eat this, man. What are we gonna do with this, man? I don't know, man. Put it over there. Here, eat this, man. I don't know. That's what it looked like. They were doing all kinds of stuff in there. I had to get off my bike, go tap on the window. Hey, dude, I gotta get around you. Boy, it's hilarious, dude. I don't get it. I really don't get it, man. People want to get high, they should go for a dirt bike ride with me. I promise you, you'll probably shit and piss your pants and never want to go on a ride again. Anyway, I'm just freaking ranting. So I'll probably come up here on the motorcycle this year because looks like they fixed the washout area. I think I'm pretty close to it, so I'll just keep the camera on and I'll edit the length. See, but there's a big ass rock right here. That BMW SUV would not have gotten around that, even if he would have got past the rock slide area. He wouldn't be getting around that. And then the rock slide area, they actually fixed it, the washout area, because right in the corner it usually washed out. The road, you know, it washes out, so there's like almost no road. But they've fixed that. That's right here. This can get washed out, and they fixed this. All right, but then this rock slide area, you know, only Jeeps, I'm sure UTVs can get through that, but no UTVs, no trucks, no SUVs, only ATVs, dirt bikes, horses, hikers, mountain bikes. Yeah, lizards, bears, mountain lions. That's all that's allowed on Kings Canyon Road. All right. I love the fat tire bike up here. Different than a mountain bike, you'd be, you know, pushing your front wheel or washing out. Fat tires just float in the sand. It's great. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this off. Now it's probably a 30-minute video. Dude. Pretty fun. Let's see, these rocks are a lot bigger than they used to be. Got one battery bar left. That's it. And what have I got? Okay. And I've got 4.5 miles to go. Approximately, so I could run out of battery. Which means I only got 20 miles on this battery. Interesting. We'll turn it off. Well, I guess I can't turn it off. This is uphill. Okay, turning it back on. Alrighty. I think after this corner up here I can turn it off. It's gonna start going mostly downhill. That's kind of funny. I mean, the water is a little bit deep back here. There was always water in there, but usually not that deep. But anyway. And I was wrong. I'm still going uphill, so hopefully I'll hit the downhill side here pretty soon, because you better run, chipmunk. I love chipmunks. You know, I'm on my last battery bar. And that ain't gonna last long. All right. I always loved that little house back there, right? Yeah, I always wanted to build a house back there. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. Alrighty. That's the safest way to do your mountain bike. I don't like laying my mountain bikes down, but half the time they just fall and hit the ground anyway. So, safe way. Yeah. Well, I was going to ride the mountain bike trail out, but like I said, I've only got one battery bar left, and I have batteries in the car with no keys. Yeah, I left the keys at home. It's cool when you load your car up with batteries, but no key to get the battery on and off. Oh well. Some days I'm on it, some days I'm not. Alright, so I lied. Coming down the single track on bottom of Kings Canyon. So I went up that road all the way up to the top where Spooner is, and then cutting through the mountains here on single track. Yes, sir. That's a dirt bike road right there, or it used to be. And then Kings Canyon Road, of course, is that bigger one over there. Yep. Alrighty, another successful China bike, e-bike ride, mountain bike. We went up Kings Canyon Road. And then when we got to the bottom of Kings Canyon Road, we took the single track mountain bike road.